Have you ever walked past someone and thought, wait a second, is that me? Now imagine that happening, but the person you're staring at happens to be a world-famous celebrity. Crazy, right? Well, for these celebrities, it wasn't just a thought, it was reality. From jaw-dropping double takes to hilarious moments on stage, these stars met their lookalikes in ways that are almost too unbelievable to be true. It's like the universe decided to play a little prank, bringing two versions of the same person together, but with a twist of fame and fortune. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into 10 unforgettable moments when celebrities came face-to-face with their doppelgangers. Some of these encounters were pure serendipity, while others were staged or caught on camera. Get ready for some jaw-dropping, hilarious, and downright strange moments you won't want to miss. Trust me, after watching this, you'll start looking around for your own celebrity twin. Let's dive right in. Number 1. Ellen Lee DeGeneres. As Ellen scanned the crowd, her eyes paused, caught by a face that almost made her do a double take. In the sea of people, one individual stood out, and it wasn't just because of their unique appearance, it was because this person looked remarkably similar to Ellen herself. For a moment, Ellen was so taken aback that she completely went off script, her usual composure slipping away as she reacted to the surprising sight before her.
We're waiting. Did y'all see her in line and think it was me? And did you think it was me?
The audience, already eagerly awaiting the show, leaned in, sensing something unusual was happening. The individual in question, noticing Ellen's astonishment, casually mentioned that they were often mistaken for the talk show host when walking down the street. This unexpected moment, an uncanny doppelganger encounter, left Ellen momentarily speechless as the crowd buzzed with excitement at the rare coincidence. It was as if a piece of her had appeared before her eyes in real time, creating a moment of shared humor and connection between the host and her audience. Number 2. Kim Kardashian. A.A. Osman, a rising star in the world of fashion and modeling, is a Canadian model who has captured the attention of nearly 1 million followers on social media. What makes A.A. particularly fascinating to her growing audience is her striking and almost uncanny resemblance to the globally recognized celebrity Kim Kardashian. Her resemblance to the socialite and business mogul has drawn countless comparisons and has become a significant part of her online presence. But A.A. herself insists that she never consciously tried to replicate Kim's look.
What?
Hi.
No. Why are you?
This is not planned. Really?
I cannot.
I thought that was your, I was gonna say that looks like Kim's car, but
Instead, she attributes this uncanny similarity to her ethnic and regional background, suggesting that her features may simply be a natural result of shared ancestry with Kim. In interviews, A.A. has made it clear that she did not set out to look like anyone other than herself. According to her, the similarity comes from both of them hailing from a similar cultural region, which could explain why their facial features, body structure, and overall aesthetic align in such a remarkable way.
Really?
I cannot.
I thought that was your, I was gonna say that looks like Kim's car, but
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Find out.
Her social media following continues to grow as people become more intrigued not just by her beauty and style, but by the story of how someone who bears such a resemblance to a global icon can navigate the world of modeling on her own terms. Many of her fans find it fascinating that someone who could easily be mistaken for Kim Kardashian has chosen to embrace her own identity and forge her own path in the fashion world. A.A. has even addressed the constant comparisons with humor, often engaging with her followers on the topic while also stressing the importance of individuality and staying true to oneself. Number 3. Harry Styles. When One Direction was skyrocketing to fame, one particular teenager found himself in the midst of an unexpected whirlwind. As the band's popularity reached new heights, the teenager began to experience something unusual. He was frequently stopped on the streets by fans and strangers who couldn't help but do a double take. His resemblance to Harry Styles, one of the band's most beloved members, was so striking that people couldn't resist approaching him. It wasn't long before his face started to pop up all over the internet as people shared photos and memes, marveling at how much he looked like Harry. What began as a few casual encounters soon spiraled into a viral sensation, with his pictures circulating far and wide, leaving many to wonder if the teenager had some connection to the famous pop star.
It's changed completely. People always ask for pictures when I'm on the street.
Despite the increasing buzz and the wave of attention this lookalike was receiving, Harry Styles himself hadn't yet met the young man in person. However, Harry was aware of the growing attention, and he found the entire situation fascinating. During one of his interviews, Harry was asked about the lookalike, and he openly expressed how awesome it was to see someone on television who could easily pass as his twin. He laughed at the coincidence, admitting that it was surreal to witness his own image being reflected through this teenager's face on screen. Harry even went on to say that it was a bit strange, but also fun to see someone embodying his likeness so perfectly, acknowledging that the resemblance was undeniable. It was a moment that added a bit of lightheartedness to the otherwise hectic world of fame and fortune, and it certainly helped solidify the teenager's place in the growing fandom surrounding One Direction.
And yeah.
Marriage proposals?
Yeah, on Twitter I've got a lot of marriage proposals.
Number 4. Ed Sheeran. During a fascinating and somewhat surreal interview with Heart Network, Ed Sheeran was unexpectedly joined by a rather unusual group of individuals. As he sat down for the conversation, Ed couldn't help but notice something truly bizarre. He wasn't just meeting a fan or two. He was surrounded by 4 people who shared such an uncanny resemblance to him that it was almost like looking at a group of Ed Sheeran lookalikes. The 4 individuals, who were obviously thrilled to meet the star, bore such striking similarities to the famous singer that it left everyone in the room in awe.
Hello.
What's going on?
First of all, I have to ask you 4 guys, have any of you actually...
It wasn't just one person with a passing resemblance. There were 4, each one seemingly more like Ed than the last. The entire situation was surreal, and Ed couldn't help but laugh at the oddity of it all. It felt as though Ed Sheeran had somehow stepped into an alternate universe, a strange and surreal reality where his lookalikes not only existed, but actually outnumbered everyone else in the room. As he glanced around, it was as if the familiar world he knew had shifted, and in its place were 4 individuals who mirrored his features so closely, it became difficult to distinguish between him and his doppelgangers.
You met Ed before?
Yep. No.
Now that's...
I met Ty in 2012.
The scenario felt like something straight out of a science fiction movie or an alternate timeline where instead of one Ed Sheeran, there were several, each with their own distinct quirks and personalities, but all sharing the unmistakable resemblance to the superstar himself. The sensation was both bizarre and amusing, leaving Ed and everyone around him caught in the oddity of the moment, as if reality itself had been slightly bent just for this hilarious, one-of-a-kind encounter.
I met a meme going around of me at like a festival, and I was like, that's not me. And then we found out that it was...
Number 5. Adele. The BBC, known for its innovative and sometimes quirky programming, decided to come up with a heartwarming and entertaining concept for a special television show. Their idea was to invite a group of talented Adele impersonators from across the country to compete against each other, showcasing their best renditions of the iconic singer's performances. The show was designed to highlight the impressive skill and dedication of these impersonators, who had spent years perfecting their craft to bring Adele's powerful voice and stage presence to life. The contestants were excited for the chance to be part of the show, each eager to prove that they could channel the essence of Adele in the most authentic way possible.
Hands.
6 months. What about you?
5 years.
However, what the impersonators and the audience didn't know was that the real Adele herself was about to be a part of this unexpected and thrilling twist. On the day of the competition, as the impersonators lined up to take the stage, one of them, disguised under a clever mask and a prosthetic nose, walked in with an entirely new persona. This individual appeared to be just another contestant, complete with a wig and hands altered by prosthetics, carefully crafted to look as though they belonged to a different person. Little did everyone know, it was none other than Adele herself, slipping into the role of an impersonator, her true identity hidden behind a well-crafted disguise.
Adele's meet.
The setup was a clever and mischievous surprise orchestrated by the BBC, who had been in on the secret. As the impersonators sang and performed, the real Adele, disguised in plain sight, managed to keep a straight face, adding a sense of mystery and intrigue to the proceedings. It was only when the time was right and the tension had reached its peak that the big reveal was made. Adele, with her prosthetic nose and altered hands, suddenly revealed her true identity, much to the shock and amazement of both the impersonators and the audience. The reveal was a perfect moment of levity and surprise, as the real Adele pulled off the ultimate impersonation, fooling everyone into thinking she was simply another talented tribute artist. The entire episode turned into a delightful mix of humor, admiration for the impersonators, and awe at the cleverness of the show's producers, who managed to pull off such a heartwarming and unexpectedly hilarious twist.
So good.
So sorry. You're all so amazing.
Well, that wraps up our list of 10 times celebrities came face to face with their lookalikes. It's always fun to see how even the stars can get caught off guard by someone who looks just like them. Which celebrity and lookalike moment surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more celebrity moments, fun facts, and trending topics. And make sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned!